just a quick midweek catch up, see how we're getting on in terms of scenarios that we're looking for the market this week. I'm kind of looking at number 2. It seems to be the one happening, the most likely one to happen this week. I said probably chop sideways, I think, was maybe one of them, even though we do have some news pieces this week. But yeah, number 2 seems to be our driving factor. So if we go and look at the market, see what's happening, we can kind of see, yeah, we've just about, anyway, got a slightly break to this upside. So I still think maybe that fits into that kind of chop scenario, because it hasn't exactly got through here with much gusto. But so, we closed exactly where we were on this last fail of resistance. So we'll have to see, how we do for that. But I think a couple of things I noticed this week, just to quickly run over. This is not going to be a long video. Sector rotation seems to be a little bit at play here. So we've rotated out of stuff like XLU. The bonds are going higher. TLT is going up. So XLE is kind of going down. But other ones that we've been rotating. Thank you, my friend, for saying that. Where was I? So yeah, we've been rotating, I think, into more tech QQQ sort of pieces, communications as well. So we can kind of see we're rotating out of XLI, XLU, those utilities, especially XLU, really rotated out of that. So we saw some big sector rotation today, and I think that reflected in a couple of the picks I was looking at. So you can see Staples was the other one, but yeah, I'm basically still kind of neutral. I'm probably slightly bullish, still neutral to very slightly bullish, but long term still. It's really hard to tell, isn't it? To be fair, I want to say bearish because we're going to start, and we are starting to see the numbers kind of come through. The negative economic numbers from tariffs and other things that were happening this year. But look what happened this week. We still get, looking a bit further ahead, but we had ISM came in manufacturing, so it's been in contraction territory for a little while, but prices, where was it? Powell didn't say too much. Where's today's stuff? Am I looking on the right? I am on the right week, yeah. So Jolts came in, pretty decent. Factory orders a bit down, but there it is. So, God, I really need to turn off some of those other ones, don't I? ADP was a massive miss. That is a huge miss. Not as many jobs, employment change that we're expecting, and ISM services finally coming into that contraction territory. So another miss. So we had 2 pretty reasonable size misses on those key numbers, and we have some more potentially coming tomorrow. Unemployment, and because these are obviously lagging, they're a bit behind what was happening with Trump stuff. So earnings, hourly earnings, etc. So give us some gauge of potential inflation pieces. But the market rallied. That's what's kind of rallied. It kind of chopped sideways. But I still think there's more room on the downside than the upside. That's my personal belief. So at the moment I'm in both. So I'm in Meta because that seems to me seems to be the strongest of the strong. It's got good volume across the board. It's breaking out here. The price action is really nice. Look how it finished the day. I entered it around here, so I was waiting to get over. I use anchored VWAPs quite a bit, so I was waiting for it to get over anchored VWAP to the high. Usually, sometimes I would get in here, but I see them reject off here sometimes. And continued. So I was happy once that candle formed to get in, and I was off to the races. So I'm still in Meta. And then on the downside, Tesla being the weakest of the week. So I'm exposed to both long and short equally at the moment. I've got some other picks in here, but I haven't gone for them. Cover could be another one. But that's the way, I kind of see it at the moment, and I still think these kind of 1 and 2 are kind of playing out here for the time being. I don't think we're going to get 4. 4 was like a bullish breakout to the upside. Price action looks great. Relative vol looks fantastic. I think we're kind of in between 1 and 2. That's where I see myself. I'm not trading large size, just reasonable size. And that's it, really. That's all I kind of wanted to add midweek. We'll review again on the weekend to see what happens those final days with those numbers. But quite a chunky sell-off here at the end of the day. But that's the bonuses of having those relative strength and relative weak stocks. Because look at that finish by Meta. Really nice finish. And Tesla, kind of nipped at the end of the day. Happy to hold that for a little while. But probably only a day or two, not too long. And that's it.